Jared, the $1 Million Cleaning Coach in the business of teaching you, residential and commercial cleaning service owners, how to get to the bag, right? But today we're talking about something a little bit different. Talking about what's the lesson, right? I got a client at 10 o'clock, so I wanted to hop on while I'm just sitting here reflecting on some things. Um, in business, in life, period, things happen every day, right? Every day something is going on that you might not agree with, that might not be favorable, right? But a lot of times what happens is, especially for women, is that we become emotional instead of sitting back and saying, what is the lesson? What am I supposed to be learning in this moment? That's really important for us, right? What is the lesson? And I think if we start to sit back and ask ourselves, what is the lesson? What am I supposed to be learning in this experience? We will have greater, more enjoyable, more pleasurable experiences in life, right? And a lot of times things keep happening because you have not sat back and asked yourself, what is the lesson? I want to say that today is January. I'm not even sure what today is, y'all. I'm not going to even lie. I don't be keeping track of what the day of the week. Well, I know it's Friday, but I don't know what today is. But since January 1, hey Wilson, hey Emmanuel, I've been learning lessons, y'all, right? So this is going to be a moment of transparency. The doorbell is actually going to be ringing, so it's going to knock my phone out over here on YouTube. But y'all, I'm learning lesson after lesson. Life is just... And I've had to go from the why is this happening to what do I need to learn. So I'm going to give y'all, I'm going to be real transparent with you, right? Because a lot of times what happens is that we hold our experiences to ourselves and we don't tell other people. And then, it could be a moment of, boy, listen, y'all little friend over here. Y'all little friend over here giving his mama the flux. He did this same shit last Friday. And, y'all. But I'm learning the lessons. There's some lessons in this. First of all, let me tell y'all what one of the lessons is. One of the lessons is that last week when this transpired, everything that was supposed to take place over the weekend as far as activities, they still took place, right? Yep. All of those things that you look forward to, they still happened. Well, this week, I said no last week, and my mama, yep, so it ended up happening. But this week, when I say no, I'm standing on that no. Do you hear me? So this is the lesson for me, because a lot of times, you know how I tell y'all about trust, right? And we don't even trust ourselves enough to do what we say we gonna do. That's why a lot of times we don't accomplish those goals. But our children don't trust us enough to say we gonna do what we say we gonna do, right? You know how you say my word is my word, and I say what I mean and I mean what I say. A lot of times we tell our kids no, they can't have something, we not doing something, we not gonna do it. But just like a baby, if they ask enough, if they cry enough, what's gonna happen? Eventually you gonna give in, right? Eventually you gonna say yeah, you gonna give them what they want. How many times have you put your child on punishment for, let's say, a week, and after 3 days, the punishment is gone? You like, I thought you was on. Everything done went by the. It's over. It's over. Well, this weekend, y'all, we gonna be in the house because your friend has decided that he don't want to take responsibility, right? Like, your only job to go to school, right? Your only job is to be respectful. Your only job is to do the small tasks that I ask you to do. And for some reason, for some reason, it's so hard to just develop those good habits. So as adults, a lot of us have bad habits because we had those habits for since childhood. Yep, yep. Those bad habits of waking up at the last minute, getting dressed, running out the door to school. Those bad habits of getting to school and forgetting something, needing to call home and get, whatever it is that you left. Those bad habits of um just not operating on a schedule, not preparing your days, preparing for the next day that night before. Like, just if you think about it, a lot of the things that we do as adults, they literally started when we were kids, when we were as teenagers, when we were younger. If you a person that a child that like stayed up late like every night and you really never overachieved, you probably gonna be that same type of person as an adult, right? So for me, for my son, I'm like, look, boy, these habits that you are right now starting to develop, these gonna be the same habits that's gonna roll over into your adulthood. And I don't think that children realize how few years they have as children. They don't realize it. Like, my son gonna be 13 this year. He got 5 years before you're an adult. Let the world tell it, right? But he don't see those 5 years as that's gonna go by so fast. And the habits that you creating right now will literally be the same habits that you have when you turn 18. And that's gonna be detrimental, because it's going to be so much harder for you to develop good habits because you have been so consistent in these negative habits that you've developed. Like this morning, for example, we need to be walking out the door at 9 o'clock. School started, they open the doors at 9 till 9:15. You need to be about by your locker, right? School is 2 minutes away. So we leave at 9. I start waking him up at 7:30. Why is it 8:15 and I'm still like, son, come on, get up? Yeah, right? So them habits that you got right now, they are from habits that you had when you were 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. If you don't believe me, just look back at what I'm doing now. What was my habits like then? It's so it's so hard to change a habit because it requires self-discipline, right? And most people don't have the discipline. They don't. They're not disciplined enough. So if nothing else, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to become more disciplined so that you can change your habits. Start becoming the person that you really, really see yourself as. Because you the only person that can do it is you. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. Bye.